A class action lawsuit has been filed on behalf of hundreds of thousands of Pepco customers who were left in the dark after last month's ice storm. The suit claims that because of job cutbacks, Pepco was grossly understaffed and thus unable to deal with the massive power outages that followed. The suit also claims that Pepco failed to monitor weather conditions closely enough and they didn't update customers about repairs. And Pepco denies that they were poorly prepared for the storm. A Pepco spokesman said, quote, "We have acknowledged the need to improve our performance, and we are evaluating that presently, as we do after every storm of this magnitude."
The class action suit was filed by David Sims of Chevy Chase, and he's inviting other Pepco customers to join in. That's the topic of this morning's Eyewitness Newsmaker segment, and one of David Sims' attorneys, Thomas Simeone, joins us now live from the newsroom. Good morning, Mr. Simeone. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
As I understand it, David Sims went to his relative's house. Why would he sue?
Mr. Sims is typical of much of the plaintiffs, or many of the plaintiffs in the class, who have a variety of damages. Alternative housing, inconvenience, perishable food items. The particular housing is going to differ to each person, but overall the damages that each person suffered include those elements.
You know, there have been a lot of places that have suffered ice storms. We just had one several weeks ago before our ice storm down in the Williamsburg area, Virginia, and the people there were out of power, several of them, hundreds of them really, for much longer than we were here in this area. Why do you think this warrants a class action lawsuit?
The particular storm that we were faced with was something that there were forecasts for, and although it itself was an act of God, the focus of our lawsuit is on Pepco and Pepco's specific responses and their preparation and the time leading up to the storm itself, where they made the staffing decisions that we think exasperated what happened.
Now,
I'm sorry.
One of the things I've been reading to you believe Pepco was poorly prepared for the storm and that it didn't follow forecasters' predictions. I talked to Topper Shutt, our meteorologist, and he says that they did predict the ice storm, that they knew it was coming north of here, but that it was pretty much a surprise in the direct Washington area. How can you say Pepco didn't follow forecasters when it seems like we all were surprised by the magnitude of the ice storm in the Washington area?
Our investigation has revealed that Pepco, in fact, had knowledge of the storm, whether the exact date and time of the forecast that they've had is something that we're going to find in the fact-finding stage of the case. But from what we know at this point, Pepco had advance warning of the storm coming and chose not to do certain preparation that they could have done.
There will be some people out there who will want to join your lawsuit. First of all, how come it is a class action lawsuit? Who designated it that, and how can people join?
A class action is particularly well suited for this type of case. Each individual person's damages are not significant enough for them to pursue it individually. Instead, there's strength in numbers, and if a group of people join together, they can bring about the change that we seek in Pepco's policies through joining together in a class action suit. As to people who want to get involved, they don't need to do anything right now. We will send out notification through the media, possibly through Pepco, as to how they can join if they feel they want to be a member of the class.
All right, Thomas Simeone, attorney for David Sims, one of the first person, at least, filing suit against Pepco for damages to recover after the ice storm. Thank you very much. We invited a spokesperson from Pepco to join us this morning, but the company didn't want to comment any further on a pending lawsuit.